Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondy Blue and I am back for another marriage boot camp review, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into my notes. All right, so the episode started off with a little bit of michel'le and Stu. All right, Stu and michel'le are not a fake couple. We felt like they were a fake couple, but really they just don't really know a lot about one another, and they also have a hard time communicating. All right, because I feel like they don't even communicate their issues clearly on the show, let alone communication with one another. However, Stu was feeling some type of way about michel'le making everybody think that he's not affectionate towards her, like that was a real issue in their relationship. He feels like he's the one that tries to cuddle with her at night in bed, and she doesn't want that. And I do understand. I'm hot. Get off of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get that part of it. Like, I'll cuddle until I'm hot, and then I'm hot and then get off me. Okay, that's why our house be like 60 degrees at night, because I want to be able to cuddle comfortably. Okay, underneath covers. That's just me. But either way, Stu feels like, you don't want to cuddle when we're in bed, but then you want me to get up in the morning and tongue you down when I got cigar, alcohol, and steak breath. It's just not what's up for him, just like cuddling in bed is not what's up for her. So they just need to get on the same wavelength. They're not on the same wavelength right now. And I feel like that happens in relationships all the time, where one person is really in it, but the other person, and then this person is in it, and then this person is like, and then at some point y'all finally find happy mediums. You hope that happens, but in a lot of relationships, you can be with somebody and y'all still are always missing each other. So I hope that's not what's going on with Stu and michel'le. But I still don't know if I feel like their relationship is something that is strong enough that they're gonna be together in 5 years or so. I don't know if I feel like that about their relationship, because there's still so much that seems to be surface level with their relationship. You know what I'm saying? But either way, they just make peace for the morning and they go and join everybody else. Now, CeeLo and Shani were in the kitchen that morning, and he mentions to her that he noticed that she doesn't do a lot of small talk. And I'm bringing this up because I noticed something about Shani. Shani has been in a relationship with CeeLo for a number of years now. I don't know how many exactly. I'm sure we'll get to it. If they haven't already mentioned it, my bad. Either way, they've been together for quite a bit of time, I think. Long enough for her to have figured out all of his isms. Okay, or at least most of them. I think that Shani has started to change her personality and things that she would say, just change her natural reactions and inclinations so that she doesn't start an argument or she isn't made to feel less than by him, okay? Because she makes a comment about, well, I don't talk in the mornings anymore because you don't like to talk, okay? And sometimes I do have things on my mind, but I don't think you're going to care about the things I have on my mind, so I don't mention them to you. And now he's saying that he wants her to mention things to him, like, if you want to talk to me, you can talk to me, but then at the same time, throughout y'all life together, whenever she tries to talk to you in the morning specifically, you don't want to talk, and that might cause friction or altercation, and nobody feels like dealing with that. But I find it so sad that I feel like Shani has started to internalize. He doesn't like to talk, so I'm completely shut down. Okay, in the morning. He don't want to talk, so I'm doing this. Or, he needs me to talk to him a certain way, so I'm constantly overthinking the way I say things to make sure that I don't say it in a way that upsets CeeLo. I understand in relationships we have to make compromises for each other's isms, but at some point it starts to feel like she is dimming her light for him, and that makes me sad. When the group gets together for breakfast, there is more conversation of michel'le and Stu's issues, and michel'le doesn't understand. Morning breath, really? All of the things we do in the bedroom. Oh my God. And I totally agree with that, michel'le. Personally, I kiss my husband with bad breath. He can have bad breath, I can have bad breath, but if we want to kiss, then I guess we have bad breath and we're kissing. It's just not that nobody cares at this point. So much has happened. Okay, we've been together nearly a decade. Stank breath ain't shit. Okay, I'm just saying. So y'all, then they have the press conference. Almost every time they have celebrity cast on Marriage Bootcamp, they have the press conference where they have them come into a room and sit down at a long table, and then all of these bloggers and different sites get to ask them the most ridiculous questions. And I'm not saying they're ridiculous because they don't, have any real standing or basis. I'm saying it's ridiculous because it's stuff that you just think people wouldn't really be okay asking somebody in their face like that sometimes. Like the questions come off rather invasive, like it's really blunt. Let's go ahead and get into some of these questions. As soon as they walk in there, all of the press are screaming everybody's name, and Jocelyn is like, yeah, I know I'm the Puerto Rican princess, but calm down. God, get on my dick. I was like, oh my God, Jocelyn, it's not real. They're not really screaming your name like that. Calm down. Like she thought it was real. It was hilarious. So the first question that they ask is to CeeLo. They ask him if his career is more important than his relationship with Shani. And he says, sir, please leave me alone. Like that's how he responded. Leave me alone, sir, please. Okay. Another blogger asked, why does Jocelyn always look so unhappy in her pictures? And she stands up and she says, this is how I mother respond. Okay. Money. All right. I bring light, okay? So tell all the fans, give me a little lettuce, cause I'm that bitch. It's like, whoa, okay. Nobody asked Jocelyn any more questions. They asked Chose if he knows the real Bianca. And he says, yes, we've been together a number of years. I think at this point I know who the real Bianca is. And she's like, yeah, that's why, I really need to bring it down because he knows all of it. It's like, girl, shut up. Like, Bianca and Chose has worked on my absolute nerves this episode. And it's because there's a lot of giggling and pussyfooting around. And I've just had it up to here. Stu and michel'le are asked about all of the pictures on Stu's social media with him, seemingly kind of sort of hugged up with females. Now, he is wearing his chef's jacket, but there is a specific picture in which a young lady turns around and puts her ass to the camera. And then Stu really didn't know where to put his hand, so it kind of seemed like it was on her ass. And, it just seemed inappropriate. But michel'le says, all I got from that picture is that she really wanted to show off her shape. And he just wasn't used to that because I don't have any butt like that. So he wasn't used to the hand and where he should put his hand. That's all I got from that. And I'm just like, michel'le, I do understand that is nothing for you to really get upset about, but your reasoning was just awful. Your reasoning is just awful. Like, I don't have a lot of ass, so he just didn't know where to put his hand. Like, that's just ridiculous. But whatever, fine. Jocelyn says, michel'le, hey, go and let that nigga know, okay? Like, who's your number one, okay? Who's your main girl, okay? Who you with? Who you loving? Then they asked Styles P about some old posts that were a tad bit homophobic, okay? Why do they think it's okay for y'all to be gay on television? Y'all don't care about the messages sending, that whole thing. And he says, well, that was a long time ago. And since then, if you listen to my music catalog, you will hear how, my music and my thought process has changed. His daughter, the one who committed suicide, was bisexual. So he had to have a come to Jesus moment with homosexuality. All right. And he had to come up out of that. All right. And he did. And he lets that be known. I don't ask him no more questions about that. He wants you to be whoever you want to be. Let's move on. All right. Like Styles P gave you the energy like we needed to hurry up and move on to the next subject before things got out of hand. Thank you very much. Bianca tweeted something and it ran along the lines of, don't be dumb, for a dude. So the question is asked, does she feel like, she's dumb for being with him and how he feels about that? And he's like, look at my dummy right here. And it's like, you think you're being funny, but in all honesty, she does look dumb. She looks very dumb. Shani is then asked about how she feels about taking a backseat to CeeLo. And she says, I'm not in the backseat. I'm in the passenger seat. I said, okay, girl, turn it all around. Chose is asked about a picture of a girl on his Instagram. And it is a Caucasian young lady. We then find out that this is the same Caucasian young lady that Bianca took a $200 Uber ride to go and beat up. Yes. And see, Chose tried to act like it was nothing at first. He was like, oh, that's just a picture that I reposted. Then the blogger was like, well, she's wearing your chain in the picture, sir. And he's like, no comment. At that point, everybody's looking at Bianca and Chose. It's like, what you mean no comment? Is that your girlfriend? Are you with this girl? Well, the blogger said she took it upon herself to hit that young girl up that night. And she found out that she says, yes, they are dating. That young girl is dating Chose. What's going on here, Bianca and Chose? Is Bianca your girlfriend or is the girl in the picture your girlfriend? We're confused. Bianca starts making excuses for him, okay? Talking about, oh, that's when we wasn't together and, you know, he was doing what he wanted to do, but we're here now. You know what I'm saying? Like, just basically trying to talk in circles long enough to confuse everybody, but it's not working because you're in a room full of adults that, you know, can recognize the bullshit. And it's a cop-out. Everybody feels like Chose and Bianca both are not being honest at this point. And Jocelyn feel like we need to get to the bottom of this, okay? Because I need to know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? You can't be in the house if y'all not a real couple. Like, are y'all together or not? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what everybody wants to know. Are they together or not? Everybody's around the house speculating about what the hell is going on with Bianca and Chose's. Chose's was like, well, you know, those are old ass texts and posts. And Dr. Ish was like, sir, that's from last night. Calm down. Jocelyn and Rob talk, and Jocelyn is like, I really want to help her. I want to help her figure out what's going on, okay? So Bianca comes in. She takes Bianca to the side, and she tells Bianca, look, okay, because there's no way I would have been in a situation with somebody, and I would have at least tried to bust him in his head for something like that. You got the girl on your social media. You know what I'm saying? But she tells Bianca, you got to get to the bottom of this today, okay? Because he can't keep leading you on like that, Bianca. So y'all came here as boyfriend and girlfriend, or y'all just friends? And Bianca said, we trying to figure that out. We trying to get back to the friendship. That's what they keep saying. They trying to get back to the friendship and all of that. Because at some point, Chosen and Dr. Ish are talking. And he's talking about this friendship shit. This is not a friendship show, okay? It's a relationship marriage show, okay? So don't come on here trying to pretend like y'all in a relationship or y'all want to be in a relationship when y'all not even friends, baby. Johnson said, let me tell you something, okay? You got to keep stabbing at him, okay? You got to keep stabbing at him until he tell you the truth, okay? Until he said that he your man and he want to be with you. And then you need to make him call the other girl and make sure he let her know that y'all are together. I'm giving you wings. So Johnson basically put Bianca in a mindset that this situation needs to be resolved because now everybody is on y'all ass. Judge talks to Bianca and tells her that she didn't like the idea that Bianca seems to be taking anything from Chose's in this relationship just so she can be with him. And they talk about how a lot of black women feel the need to deal with all kind of things from men because there's a lack of men. So I'm going to deal with you cheating on me as long as you come home to me and all of that foolishness. Judge Lynn says she's not here for it. Also, did y'all hear that Judge Lynn said she quit divorce court and that they going to replace her with Judge Fate? And I'm cool with all of that, but I love Judge Lynn. So I'm going to need for Judge Lynn to, go ahead and let us know what she gonna be doing when she not doing divorce court. I think she's probably gonna get like a show of her own or something like that. I think it's gonna be interesting to see what she's going to do next. But for the time being, she's here on Marriage Bootcamp Hip Hop Edition. And she's telling Bianca that as a young, beautiful black woman, she deserves better. And if she wants better, then she needs to do better. Okay? And she asked her, like, are you the type of woman to just kind of go with the flow and deal with all of these ebbs and flows, punches and uppercuts from this young man? Is that what you're willing to deal with? And Bianca is like, no, I'm not really, no. But, our situation has always been like, we get into it. And he go mess with whoever he mess with, and then he come back with me. And it's like you basically saying the same thing. I feel like she doesn't know that you're basically dealing with him going and doing whatever he wants to do and still coming back to you. That's exactly what you're dealing with. It doesn't matter if you were mad at him and you stopped talking to him for 2 days. Y'all relationship is you want to be with him, y'all fight. That gives him license to go and mess with somebody else, and then he comes back to you whenever he wants to. And you for some reason think that you're doing the same thing, but you're not, okay? You're not doing the same thing. You are probably always available for him, and your need and love for him is just way, way, way too toxic and too deep at this point. Like, you're too old for this, Bianca. You almost 30 years old. You should not be in a relationship like this with no dude. Like, their relationship reminds me of the type of relationships that I was in when I was like 18, 17, like these toxic ass relationships where y'all know y'all don't need to be together, but y'all young and dumb and full of cum. Dr. Ish was talking to Chosis, and he says that he and Bianca were in a bad place. They sticking to that line about, why he's messing with the other girl. Oh, because he and Bianca were in a bad place and he doesn't want to talk about the other girl because she's not there. I'm so glad Dr. Ish told him that was bullshit. I'm so glad. Then Bianca comes in and asks to talk to Chosis, and they lock themselves in a bathroom for like a few hours, I guess, to talk it out and decide, what lie they gonna tell us next. So Everyone wants clarity on their relationship. Styles says that Jocelyn is to blame for them locking themselves in the bathroom because it's like now they got to get their stories together. But I'm like, don't blame it on Jocelyn. That exercise today was an exercise that was orchestrated by the producers and the therapists on the show to find out who's lying about their relationship. I am more than sure them people probably felt that Chose and Bianca were full of shit from the very beginning. I think that they know that and they bring couples on so that they can have that extra dramatic effect. Like, oh, y'all think y'all gonna come on here and fake us out, but really we gonna use that to our advantage. Look at this fake ass couple. Like, that's basically what they do. CeeLo breaks it down to Shiny and says he thinks that Chose keeps Bianca and the other girl in his pocket because he don't know who he wants. So he just basically, no matter what, will keep talking to the other one. So when he gets tired of one, he can go back to the other one. He gets tired of that one, he can go back to this one. To me, I think it's more so along the lines of Chose wanted that bag, like they said. He wanted the money, he wanted the exposure, and I think he's riding Bianca's coattails because Bianca is more famous than him. So I think that he's using her. In all honesty, I really, really do. I don't know who this little boy is. I know who she is, though. And now you on marriage boot camp with her. Meanwhile, you in a relationship with some little white girl, and you're coming on the show treating Bianca like trash, and whenever she's screaming out black love, you rolling your eyes. Bianca, wake the hell up. Okay, wake up. He's using you, honey. He's using you. And I know you feel like you're using your celebrity in the bag to get him back. But if that's what it takes to get him back, then you don't need him. Like, please, move on. Godly. When they finally come out the bathroom and continue to try to bullshit everybody, Shiny calls bullshit and says, hey, talk clear, Chose. Is Bianca your girlfriend? Yes or no? He says it's not a yes or no question. I said, I'll be good goddamned. I bet it is. Bianca starts talking for him and says how they were trying to work it out and how that was the girl he was with. But, you know, if they decide to be together, he's not going to talk to her. He's not saying anything. You know, and then CeeLo asks if Chose is just trying to have his cake and eat it too. And Bianca says that they will call old girl to end it, you know, if that's what it comes to. And I'm just kind of like, it's never going to come to that. And I think that girl knows to play her position. I think CeeLo is absolutely right about that. He said that old girl at home, Styles and CeeLo clocked that. The girl that's at home, the white girl, she is playing her position while he get this money. She know what this situation is. Bianca is the one that even though she knows about the other girl and all of that, is still trying to get him. And it's not working. It's not working. Shiny feels like, I don't know if y'all should be a part of this because everybody else is a couple and they're each other's one and only, and y'all are on here perpetrating. So no, I don't think y'all should be here. And that's what the topic of conversation becomes. Should Chose and Bianca stay on the show since they are not a real relationship? Bianca gets upset at that assumption that they're not a relationship because she is in love with him and she done got this boy name tattooed on her twice. I said, what in the redundancy is going on here? What the hell did you get his name tattooed on you twice for, Bianca? For what? For why? I don't understand, y'all. Ish and Judge talk to each other and... Wait, no, I already said that. Okay. So Judge talks to everybody but Chose and Bianca, okay? She says the adults really showed up in that press conference today. She liked that michel'le and Stu finally had a breakthrough where Stu said that he loves michel'le and he wants to be with her. He's with her because he loves her. That needed to be said, okay? But the goal for everybody is to get their relationships and communication to a smoother, calmer place, all right? All in all. Dr. Ish says today wasn't about social media, it was about secrets, okay? They used the exercise today to out Bianca and Chose. And they know that they came here under false pretense. So now Dr. Ish wants to discuss this issue amongst themselves and figure out what Chose and Bianca's fate should be. Should they stay in the house? Styles says that Chose is playing both sides of the fence. Jocelyn is over Bianca in her lies. Okay, I'm not going to be real with the bitch anymore. Okay, I'm not going to be real with the bitch at all if she ain't going to be in a real relationship on the show. You know what I'm saying? michel'le asked if everybody would still be serious about this process if they stayed, you know? And Jocelyn says they can't be involved in none of the activities because they not real. She's hell-bent on they're not real, okay? And she doesn't want to be in this situation with them if they're not. And normally I would be aggravated aggravated with Jocelyn, but I noticed that Jocelyn and Rob are like head first in this process and they're taking it seriously. So I do think for a lot of them, it is annoying to have that young aspect where they're laughing and joking about something that everybody else is taking very seriously. So yeah, I'm thinking people in the house are feeling some type of way. CeeLo says that neither one of the girls that Chose is with is perfect, so he's using 2 5s to make 10. And Shiny says that they need to go. So we'll find out, what'll happen next week. But I think Bianca and Chose should definitely go home. I don't think that this show can help them. I think they both need therapy, but I think they need to get that in a space where there is not a bag to be gotten. Okay, but only a bag to spin, because it really leaves room for them not to be honest about their feelings, and they really need to in order to get the best out of therapy, and they both need it. I know people like to think they don't need therapy, ain't nothing wrong with me, I'm not crazy, bullshit. Anything that would make you want to be in a toxic relationship like this on a show for a purse, I'm sorry, you need therapy. So yeah, that's it, you guys. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I hope you enjoyed the review, and I'll see you guys in the next one.